Right, just about to start an EICR for this, for a church. And took the cover off, look at the state of it. All right. Not fixed to the wall. All right. That's not even going into anything. There's not even an attempt for a fixing over there. Massive hole in the bottom of the consumer unit. I'm pretty certain that's not a legit link out kit from Crabtree. Blocks of wood, I assume, to stop the breakers or RCBOs from twisting. Incorrect, well, different manufacturers' RCBOs in this Crabtree board. I don't think Sector is part of Crabtree at all. This was done a few years ago, 7 years ago. Some single insulated cables here. Now I know this isn't equivocal proof using a volt pen, but that's a good indicator that's probably live. You can see it goes in here and it's connected somewhere. Oh, there, to that one there. That light and RCBO. What a poor standard of work. What a poor standard of work that is. Size of the hole, the fixing, look at it, rocking off. Those blocks of wood. Sector RCBOs. I don't know what went through their mind fitting this all. Must just found some RCBOs. Well, that'll do. So put a couple in. We'll have a go. We'll go around now and have a look at, do some more inspection, but it's not starting off well, is it? Right. Supply's been isolated. I'm going to do it from the main consumer unit because the got a seal on the isolator. So, with the main earth disconnected, everything isolated. .09. Right. Reconnect the main earth.
By 2.6.
You reckon?
Holmes law.
Holmes law. Let's try. Well, might get higher because we've got more parallel paths in there, right? 2.65. Yeah. Should do it for a living. Right. So that's the first test done. Right, just done my ZE, which is 0.09, with the earth disconnected, and then reconnected the earth and done PEFC, which is 2.65. I'm just going to go around and look for the gas and water meters and try and find the other end of the protective bondings. I can see there's two 10 mils in there. Don't currently know where they go, so I'm going to have a little hunt around and do a bit more inspecting. But it's not a good start, is it? Just looking at the consumer unit. It's not the best start. Right, let me go find some stuff. I'll see what I can film. Can't film all of it. I'll film as much as I can, and I'll probably be going like this. Woo, woo, woo. So the video is going to be a mixture of this and this. So get used to craning your neck. Zeroed. All right, zeroed, yeah?
Yeah.
Got anything? Plastic incomer.
Yeah.
So I don't know where that 10mm protective bond goes, or whether it is a protective bond, but gas is good. Water's incoming is plastic. So. Yeah. So we've done the first few tests, like the ZE, PEFC, PSC, protective bonds. We'll start working through the circuits. R1, R2ing it. This is one of the worst installs I've seen. Just a serious lack of, I don't know, competency. Look at that. And to do that on a 100 amp supply, and to not even put fixing in, and that fixing, all right, okay, that was in there, but it's just pulled out with me rocking it. And this, it's so disappointing that people like this, people install stuff like this. And to do that, what I don't understand. They started with crab trees, and then, I don't know, did they get expensive? And then they went, oh, we'll put sectors in instead. Shocking. Shocking in my opinion. Really, really, really poor. Just testing this circuit, which is this one here, which does some lighting. There are some conduits around the place. However, I've not got a good feeling, because these singles are just floating out of the back of this wall, wherever that does, wherever it comes from, that I probably won't get an R1 or 2. So I've gone into the MET to see if I do get a reading. You can use a conduit as your CPC, and it's actually a really good, reliable CPC. But you must inspect the conduit throughout its entirety, check it for any damage or any rust or deterioration. I just not got a good feeling that this is linked at all to any of these conduits. I'll take some pictures, see what I find, see if I even get a reading. I might probably even get a parallel reading off of some other conduit that feed some of the other circuits. I can't tell yet if this has been rewired or this consumer has been relocated to this position. I can't quite tell yet. There are some red and blacks, but I'll have a look behind this wall and I'll see where this is coming from. That is properly in the wall there, isn't it? That's a hole. Someone's drilled, can't quite see, someone's drilled a, I don't know, 20-something 8mm hole and then brought these twin earths and these singles through. So let's go round and see where that's coming out and see what we can find. I just thought I'd say, talking about testing conduits, I'll also use an R2 Wonder lead, and I shall connect it to the MET, and I'll go round to the conduits and check I've got continuity, a good low ohm continuity resistance reading around all the conduits. I'm not convinced I'm going to get a good reading because all this is insulated. Can you see? All this is like, bush and then plastic, but yes, so a couple of ways: inspecting its length, its entirety, the conduits, and also use an R2 Wonder lead, zero it out, and then go around to all the conduits. That's what I'm going to do as well. But I've not got a good feeling about this one. I'm just shocked. I am shocked by the state of this. Right, just climbed up into this loft space. It's the first time I've been here, so I'm just having a little look around. This was all shut. I wasn't sure this was here. I couldn't see this when I was wandering around, or I had tunnel vision, I wasn't looking up. I was looking at the lights, but I didn't see this little access hatch. But look what we found. So this is all dead, it's all isolated next door. There's the singles, there's that hole I was talking about, the other side. There's our red and black singles, which do some lighting, just floating in. This is just shocking that whoever's changed the board clearly didn't test it. They must have drilled that hole, must have done something or connected that in. I can't see why they would have. It's just poor workmanship. Like, if you're doing the board and you see those singles, they could have at least put, I don't know, at the very minimum, put like a conduit box or trunk in and brought it in through trunking, even if they didn't want to investigate where the other end of this hole was, to cover up those single insulated cables. But anyway, I'll take this cover off, so we'll have a look in here. Someone's put some clamps on. They look relatively new and clean. Going in that hole there. That is huge, that hole. Just a little bit of another clamp there. That's an old school clamp. It's a proper clamp. That goes up somewhere. Well, someone has been here recently because it's like I see Wagos in here and new colours. Like I reckon you're right in it. You think they've just refed.
Yeah.
The old reds and blacks are still feeding all the lights in the areas and perhaps sockets.
That there, is that those two that are leaving the board, do we think?
That's on a red and black, which goes, oh yeah, it's one of these. One of those.
That's those two there, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I think it's one of these.
Oh, not even worse.
And then those red and blacks go down that tube, that 32mm tube down below us where the water pipe is. Don't know where that goes, right?
No, but then I reckon it could come in the back with that. That's the two that go in, in the board.
No, that's these two.
Is it?
Yeah.
They look too thin.
No, that's the lighting. It's off. It does the lighting below us.
Oh, that is it?
Yeah, so that's the red and black for lighting, which I think they've tagged onto. There's somewhere here, isn't it? Where is it? I'm trying to find. Yeah, there. That's it. There on. Yeah. And there's a couple of browns off of that, which is that one in there.
And it looks
that one.
It looks like the lighting's been redone though, brown and blues.
Yeah, but they've just come to here, haven't they? That's what they've done.
Yeah.
They've just come to here, like I said, red and blacks are in here, but there's brown and blues going up those tubes there and there, isn't it? This is the circuit I'm on now, 3L2. Or, well, it's not 3L2, is it? Because it's not three phase, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just dog rough, isn't it, man?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say it's a common limitation, but access to lighting. When it's high up like that, if the client doesn't have the access, I mean, I don't carry around scaffolding or massive steps, or big enough for that anyway. So that'll be limbed and I'll just be testing at the switches. Next circuit is this one, which is external lighting. I'm suspicious as to why it's on MCB. I wonder if they've had tripping. But I'll do it IR on it. See what we get. So going through the circuits, I've gone through all of these. It looks like a couple of the circuits have been kept, but they have been rewired by someone in the last, I don't know, 10 years or so. There are some issues on some of the final circuits, and we're now on this side, which, like I said, this is all, a lot of them are radials, supplying dedicated circuits and stuff around the hall here. But yeah, where are we now? We're on this one.
Do that mean?
Love this torch. It's lasted quite well. It's lasted 15 minutes. Oh, still got full battery. 0.75. Write that down. 0.75. Yeah. Looks like it's been rewired, but in just a terrible way. And they've kept a couple of old circuits. There's one here, and there's a ring down here, which we've seen upstairs on the junction box, but it's just such poor standard of work. Numerous issues, a lot of them with the consumer unit, but getting through there. Got another 3, 6, 9 to test. Doesn't look in great condition there. Connected to one of the CPCs, because this circuit is twins that go up into the junction box that you saw earlier, up in that loft space, and they're all bonded together.
What, Dave? You winning?
I think that one's busted. I think that is not connected correctly. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby. This RCB over here, the connection to the buzz bar, it's not tightening. I'm gonna talk to the client. I'm gonna leave this circuit isolated. Some of the ring results, there was open circuit on some of the CPCs. We're getting funny readings on this ring circuit. It's just rubbish. The whole install is rubbish. I've got to figure out now and work out all the codes and the issues, break it down, and hand it all over to the client to see what they want to do with a quote. Almost finished this board, and then there's a second board which I'll show you in a minute, in the kitchen, doing the kitchen area stuff. But again, it's not being used. Oh, I can't show you. Oh yeah, it's on now. So the breaker's on, all the earths are connected. I'll show you what I mean. It thinks it starts the test, it thinks there's voltage there, but turns out there's nothing. So it thinks, but it's phantom earth. There's not actually a good return path. Yeah. However, I get it here, but I don't get it here. Oh no, there is an earth there. Is it coming through a conduit? I can see they've had to extend it, but the earth is in, but is it in fully? I can see there's something. There's so many issues. It's just easier to start again. Just do the leakage whilst I'm here. Where can I do it? Probably here would be the best place. See what we're getting. Turn off some of these and see what we get. That was the kitchen board. It's not that much. No. Line. No. No. Projectors. Media sockets. No. Fire alarm. No. That's the detectors. No. There's some lights. And some more lights. And some more lights, I imagine. There you go. So, majority of that leakage is on, turn that back on, these fluorescent lights. So that's probably what it is. I think it's LED and fluorescent lighting, but there's that one. That really didn't do much. These lights and these wall and lights in here, old fluorescent lights. Everything else is on. This is the second consumer unit in this place. Crabtree. 2.2. Nice. This RCD's failed upon testing. IP issue at the bottom there. It looks neater than, ironically, the newer one in the main cabinet. A few additional circuits, AC RCDs. A bit dog rough is the install, if I'm honest. A couple of spare circuits. So there's only, how many to test? 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 circuits. Just sockets and what we got here? Sockets, cooker hood, lights, and hydro boil. I think there's probably a spur somewhere that does that. But yeah, I always test this first rather than pressing the test button. I test and then press the test. What do you do? Just doing my R102 again, using these Q-Tech jump leads, not those magnet ones that everyone raving about. Right, hydro boil circuit. I'll it out. I think it's this fuse catcher around here which has some real signs of moisture and water damage in there. The box is really rusting away. Let's get on there. All of this pretty much is on my inspection process. I'm just running you through some of the things I found. I just can't quite reach it, but as you can see, the conduit in here is not fixed, it's just wobbling around. It's come away from the ceiling. We've got a couple of wood screws in that conduit box there, and then as we go along we have a conduit which has been cut and someone has nibbled out the pattress to make this light work, which it's not working, might be a lamp. Yeah. It's very tired, it's very old. A few things that need a few bits of remedial work definitely required on this installation. There's a couple of bits that are good. A couple of new lights, a couple of new switches, things like that, but there's some bits that have just been left. There's also some outside light in here. Yeah, look at that. Twin in the back of that LED flood there. We've got an emergency here, which is got, I think it's just a hole, is that a hole? Just drilled. Yeah. Which sounds, goes up and over. Okay. Straight down the gutter and at least it's protected from the UV rays by the moss. Look at it. Love it. Look at that. Look at that. There it is. And the guttering all the way along. I think that over there feeds this over here, right? Wait. Does it feed? Have you got that my grey wire down by you or not? I can see it moving.
Oh, no, pull it.
I am.
That one?
That's it, yeah, that's the one.
It's a bit in the moss, isn't it?
That one is this feeds this box here.
I think we go in now. I'm going to go round for a further inspection thing. Whenever you need some big steps.
Well, that is certainly not ideal. Mainly actually for the IP rating, to be fair. Well, wow.